Yo, 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 yo. Welcome into the ChrisBeCappinn Show, man. Today is October the 5th. There is one WNBA Finals game on the board for today. The Las Vegas Aces will be trying to go up 2-0, and the Phoenix Mercury will be trying to tie the series after a really great showing in game one. They just came up short. Fourth quarter kind of killed them. So we'll jump into it, break it down. As always, hit the like button for me as you join. Check out the, like the show. Subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff, and then let's jump into it for today. So just the one game. We'll start off with Jackson, as we always do, your AI sports betting tool / assistant. Always go backwards before we go forward, right? So Satu Sabli over her 1.5 threes was the player prop that Jackson liked in game one. It was a winner. She ended up going 3 for 7. And then Chelsea Gray over her 13.5 points plus rebounds was another winner. So Jackson starting the finals off really, really strongly, 2-0 in the first two player props that were given. Let's jump into what Jackson likes for today. So first one up is Alyssa Thomas over her 14.5 points. Says she's been on an absolute tear recently, and her performance against the Aces this season will continue. Suggests she will continue to be the primary scoring threat for the Mercury. So line is minus 122. It looks like her best odds on FanDuel. She's over in 5%. I'm sorry, over in 100% of her last 5 games, averaging 19.2 versus the Aces this season. She's over in 4 or 5, 80% hit rate, averaging 15.4. And those are the reasons why Jackson likes it. Says the line at 14.5 is significantly lower than her recent average of 19.2 and her season average of 15.83, providing excellent value to the over. If you are someone who believes that Alyssa Thomas, if you're someone who believes in taking the player who, kind of wet the bed in the last game, then you like Alyssa Thomas a lot today because she did miss both of those free throws, critical free throws for the Mercury to, potentially steal that game one. She goes to the free throw line with less than 25 seconds left, and she misses both. When one would have tied, two would have gave the lead. So that's the thought process on Alyssa Thomas if you like her to bounce back. Second player prop from Jackson today is Satu Sabli, right back to her over 1.5 3-point makes. Odds are a little juiced at minus 137, looks like, but she's over in 4 for the last 5 games, averaging 2.6. This is the same analysis that we talked about the last time. Versus the Aces this season, she's hit in 4 of the 5 matchups, 80% as well, averaging 2.4. So yeah, she's been consistently over the line. Against the Aces, she performed well. It says the playoff narrative says Sabli is shooting 35.1% from three on 7.1 attempts per game during the playoffs, indicating the volume is there for her to easily clear this line of 1.5. So, I like that look going right back to the well for Satu, who actually played well in game one. We have not seen Satu play, that well in game ones of the finals, but typically, some bounce back type of game. So, we shall see, man. We shall see. Let's get into it for as far as the matchup. There's one more thing I wanted to double check real quick. Yeah, let's get into it. Let's get into it so far. Let's get into it for today's game. So line has come down. This open 3.5 in favor of the Aces is now down to 2.5. Some books got 2s as well. Total open 165.5 is down to 164.5 on a couple books, but I do see some 164s out there as well. We go back and just kind of look at game number one, the recap of game one. I actually like, and we talked about this on the show as well. I talked about liking the Mercury team total up and over 73.5, I think was the number. They cleared that line as soon as the fourth quarter started, and the offense kind of started to wet the bed. Becky Hammond, shout out to her for going zone, kind of switching it up because the Mercury were killing them from the 3-point line. So you look back at game one and you could say, the Mercury kind of ran out of gas. I think coaching adjustment, you got to give a shout out to Becky Hammond because Phoenix was killing, right? They just, you could say that they ran out of steam. You could also say Becky Hammond implemented that zone and Phoenix wasn't ready for the zone. Phoenix shot 33% from the field in the fourth quarter. You can see the number here, right? They shot 47% for the full game. That's highlighted right here. 47% from the game, but 33% in the fourth quarter. They also shot, you can see 38.9%. So 39% from the 3-point line, absolutely lighting the Aces up until the fourth quarter started. Fourth quarter, they shot 2 for 12 from three, good for 17%. So dropped their percentage tremendously because before that, they were 12 of 24 from the 3-point line. And like I said, Aces went zone and were able to get themselves back into the game. The Mercury couldn't really score the basketball in the fourth quarter specifically. So what do we see in game? And then on the opposite side, I mean, the Aces got so much from their bench in this game. Both Dana Evans and Joel Lloyd shot 7 for 13 from the 3-point line combined. Both finished with, I think they finished with 40. And they were outscored. The bench in general, the Mercury, I said, had the better bench coming into this game. The Mercury's bench was outscored 41-16. I don't think that that's going to happen again. Aces also, you can see here, they got 20 free throws compared to just 13 for the Mercury. Both teams didn't shoot the free throw really, really well. That's a little bit scary if you do like the under in this game because they can do much better from the free throw line in general. Even though the Mercury, I mean, they just missed the free throws that matter. Outside of that, they only missed one. You can see they shot 10 for 13. The boards was what I thought it would be. I do feel like the Mercury are the better rebounding team in this series. Melissa Smith is a really great rebounder. Asia Wilson is a really great rebounder. Jackie Young is a pretty good rebounder as well. But the Mercury have been doing a really good job, in my opinion, of beating teams on the boards. We saw this last series with the Minnesota Lynx as well. Going through the rest of this stuff, not really a lot that stands out to me outside of the turnovers. We got to talk about the turnovers. The Mercury, 14 for them, ended up landing at 20 points for the Aces. And then the Aces turned the ball over 7 times. They've been a pretty good team, controlling the rock. Only gave up 10 points to the Mercury off their turnover. So minus 10 for the Mercury and points off turnovers. Fast break points about even, 10-13. What I'm expecting to happen in game 2 is the pace to slow down. And I want to talk about the pace a little bit. So game 1 saw a pace of just 70, I think it was 75, 76 possessions per team. But the offensive ratings were so good, right? 113 for the Mercury and a 117 for the Aces. I think both teams are not only capable, but both teams will defend a lot better. Both teams talked about it in the post-game interviews as well. I think we see that today. I think the game slows down a lot today as well. Game 1, I talked about liking that Mercury team to the over. I'm not going to add it to my record because I forgot to actually send it out, even though it was green when you guys saw it, because that's what I liked the most, and it was a winner. Today's game, though, to me says the pace will slow down. I don't think you'll get the big games from, Jackie Young and I'm sorry, I think you will get a big game from Jackie Young, but Joe Lloyd and Dana Evans, I don't think that we'll be able to repeat both of those performances that they had. Do I expect them to be an absolute no-show? No, but I think the Mercury will be a lot better defensively. Aces got to 89 in game 1. I don't think that level of production is going to happen again. Chelsea Gray, in my opinion, the head of the snake, did get hurt. It was the second game in a row. She's been hurt. And I think that could limit her production a little bit today as well. We'll see what it actually does. But I do think, like I said, the pace will slow down. Chelsea Gray won't be her 100% of herself either. And I think the Mercury will be a lot better defensively as well. But I also expect the Aces to be better defensively too, because I don't think that the Mercury is going to shoot 39% from the 3-point line. So I like the full game under, but more than that, I like the Aces team total under. You can get an 83.5 right now. I think that's the best number. Real quick, if we just go over to Outlier, I want to show you guys the player props that Jackson likes, and then I'm going to tell you guys what player props I like as well. So let me minimize myself. So I was looking at Alyssa Smith rebounds, but I don't think I'm going to get there on the 5.5. She did go up and over that number, but you can see that she struggled recently. I like Chelsea Gray in this game to stay under her points prop. I mentioned this in game 1. I think Chelsea really struggles in this game, man. It's more so like I just don't think that she's going to be 100% healthy. You see, she only finished with 8 points in the first game. She shot the ball pretty poorly. We come down here, we can check her field goals, just 2 for 7. Somebody's going to have to step up for the Aces. I just don't think it'll be Chelsea Gray. I think McCall Akani is a really good defender. They're probably going to put her on Chelsea Gray again. Only reason she's on the floor is because she can shoot the 3 and she can play really good defense. So I think Chelsea Gray goes under today. If I'm betting on anybody to go over, Asia's point prop came down just a little bit. I thought she had a really good game, but she didn't really need to because they got so much production. Jackie Young is who I would be betting on. This just kind of makes sense from a bounce back perspective. She only finished with 10 points. You can see here, field goal percentage only 3 for 13. Jackie, in my opinion, is not going to shoot the ball that poorly again. I think Jackie has a nice bounce back game. The books didn't give us too much of a discount. She's still sitting at 16.5. You can see that she has been killing that. I know they played against Indy, who isn't necessarily the greatest defense, but because I think Joe Lloyd and Dana Evans are going to reduce in production, I think Jackie Young is going to be the person that has to step up. Not a big believer, like I said, in Chelsea Gray. So this is what I'm betting if I'm betting a player prop today. This on Jackie Young to clear her 16.5 points. I also consider her assists at 5.5. I don't think I will because I think the game will go under. So I'm really like betting a lot of overs in games that I think are going to go under. And I consider her rebound prop as well at 4.5. You can see that she was killing, and then she's had 2 back-to-back games where she didn't grab as many boards. But overall, I think we see a little bit slower pace. I think we see a lot less production on the offensive end from both teams. I think both of these teams are better than they played defensively in game one. I do think the Mercury can still win too. I do think that they can. I think it's going to be a really long series. I don't think it's going to be easy for the Aces. Mercury, pretty much had the game in hand last game and just couldn't close out. So we'll see how they do. They've been really good in game twos. We know that they lost game one in both. They lost to the New York Liberty. They lost to the Minnesota Lynx. And bounced back and won both games twos. So we'll see how that goes for today. If I'm betting, just basically recapping what I just said. Chelsea Gray, I like her under. Team total. Oh, this is not supposed. Excuse me. This is not supposed to say that. Let's go ahead and change this. So this should say Las Vegas, and I didn't bet this one yet, so I will change it to green. But Las Vegas team total under 83.5. I do think that the offense will struggle to score in today's game, man. I think I'm gonna ride with the Mercury defense in this spot if I'm playing anything in this game. So those are the looks that I like for today, and I would add Jackie Young over her points prop as well. But I like the Chelsea Gray under, I think, a little bit more. So those are my thoughts for the game, man. Hopefully it's helpful for you and your insight. Resources that I use are always linked in the description. So if you guys want to check those out, you absolutely can. And that'll be it, man. Hit the like button for me on the way out. Enjoy the game. Enjoy NFL Sunday as well. And subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on, all that good stuff, man. Happy Sunday. Catch you guys in the next one. I'm out.